Você é o próximo se você não ficar ligeiro, viu? Uma bala de prata. O nome da conquista. Vamos embora, não complique não.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now,
Filho da puta.
I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Então que
You're not a
é
killer?
você?
Then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a
Você é
lot you have to
filho da
answer
desgraça.
for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers, but you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
Pela estágio
This
das
is about
fábulas.
protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
Mas é
You
ter outro
really think
problema.
I'm that stupid?
I
Exatamente.
understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going?
Esse
I'd
cara
rather
tá
not
querendo
dawdle.
muito ir, véi.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone
Tudo
rather
bem.
well.
All right, let's go.
Já viu com essa
Hand over
premissa?
the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
Você vai baixar essa arma aí, fio.
Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
Filho da puta. Você fica ligeiro.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Cornola. Pronto, fiz o que eu queria fazer aqui. Inclusive matar a mulher. Não sabia que eu ia matar.
I know.
Câmera do Intuel,
But we have to do
difícil de
something.
ler
Are
de
you
manhã
fucking kidding
cedo.
me?
When is this thing happening?
Agora é o julgamento, hein?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to.
Cheguei
He's
com um
back.
corno.
Crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Ô, gente, a luz aí tá com problema, velho.
Okay? It's been hours. We were
Não
worried you'd
pareço
run
bem,
into
estou
some trouble
bem. Não
at
pareço
the
bem.
Crooked Man's place.
What? Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just
matado ele.
glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This?
A
You
comunidade
should
aqui você
be
queria
ashamed.
falar, seu otário.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering
Não,
the
relaxa,
circumstances,
relaxa. Tudo bem, Branca.
I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
Tudo bem. Vamos julgar
The
aqui.
crooked man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
Mas ele mandou.
It was Georgie?
Ele mandou.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Mas ele já ia morrer.
Dead. So
Explica.
you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
Deixa
I'm well aware
terminar.
of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
Viado.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Pois é.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there
Adicionei mais
anything
uma
you
pra
would
lascar
like
ele
to
de vez.
say?
Fala, corno.
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily. So you can strike that one from your little
Teve
record
sim.
book.
Mandou matar elas.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other
Você é
crap he's
responsável.
done.
Deixa ele falar, deixa ele
Everyone
falar. Deixa ele
just
falar.
shut up
Deixa
for
ele
a
falar um
minute.
pouco.
You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town,
É
we
isso
have to
aí.
start doing things correctly.
isso aí, tá
no more
certo.
snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat
É por isso que eu
everyone
tô querendo que ele
fairly,
fale, pra dar
even
senso
when they don't
de
deserve it.
simetria jurídica.
This is ridiculous.
Ele não vai sair daqui impune, galera. Relaxa.
You have the floor.
Fala aí, seu corno.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a
Não foi isso que ele
family.
falou, não,
It
viu?
was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Era uma armadilha.
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you?
Huh.
You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking
Eles não
about?
queriam te
Yeah,
proteger.
right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as
Sí.
Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distance.
Agora é fácil falar, né, cara?
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Não põe a culpa
You're
em
the
nós.
fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself.
Uma coisa
And
não
what did
anula a
they
outra,
do?
amigão.
They
É assim que
burned my
funciona.
tree to ashes.
Porque você vende ilegalmente.
you burned it down?
You see?
Why would you do that?
There's more to this than they're saying, okay? It was necessary to keep this town safe. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man.
What choice did I have?
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get
É o
it.
quê,
It had
minha
nothing
filha?
to do
Calma
with the
aí.
Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at
Estamos
heart.
tentando... Vamos fazer
Like you
melhor.
did with her?
Vamos fazer melhor.
Haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Tirou as
He
duas de
took
nós. cara.
Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is
Chama.
over.
Chama na
And those
votação.
girls will have their justice.
Até a tia que eu queimei a árvore, véi. Isso aqui é respeito. Todo mundo comigo.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession that...
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
E contar, você não
Snow?
pode falar assim.
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's
Oh,
right.
kill?
This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
Ele era
That was
suspeito de
different.
assassinato.
He was a suspect, and I needed answers.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened.
Mas trabalhava pra
Georgie killed
você,
Faith and
amigo.
Lily. End of story.
E ele
They
falou,
want to
ele não tinha por que
scapegoat me
mentir
for
pra
their
mim.
own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Nerissa, apareça. Fale palavras de conforto agora.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
Big.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Ele poderia tê-la salvado.
He might as well have.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
We know what happened.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so.
É isso aí.
Ever.
É isso aí, é
You're
isso aí.
going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next.
Você é um criminoso
so quick to
safado,
latch onto
rapaz.
whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free
O que
after
você
this.
esperava?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Eu avisei pra ele. Querer a comunidade falar?
Done then.
Now,
Esse é o
for your
veredito, amigo.
sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever, somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't give a
bloodshed
shit
So
what
we
you
get
do.
rid of him.
Why don't you
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision. Who?
Fazer uma ligação, devemos votar. Devemos votar, pô. Democraticamente. Vamos
Make it
votar.
democratic.
Isso aí,
Do
isso
you
aí.
really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about
Votação.
Bigby?
Votação.
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Beleza.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Filho da puta, mano. Agora você morre mesmo, viu? Safado. Toma. Toma, na sua cara. Você largar a mão do...
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
You know, just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
You're going to miss me.
No, I won't.
Toma. Toma. Você...
Oh my god!
Bom dia, pessoal. Passei para desejar boa live. Bom jogo, se cuida. Oi, Pri. Boa tarde. Que bom que você passou aqui. Obrigado. Boa tarde pra você também. Cuide-se. Desculpa ter lidado agora. Tava acontecendo um negócio bom.
For Lily. And Faith.
Tava acontecendo
Yes.
altas tretas
Another
aqui.
one of us to erase from the books.
Caramba. Achei justo ter decapitado o cara. Cara, desgraçado, mano. Tentou me matar ainda no final. Pai, pro inferno. Nem o poço esse maluco merece. Batalhas luxuosas de Woodlands, um dia depois. Fique bem, Pri. Pri S2. Caramba, cara. Não sei se devia ter chegado ele no poço. Foi o calor do momento, eu era o juiz. Ele não cortou a
Sheriff.
cabeça das meninas, mandou matar cortando a cabeça, então eu cortei a dele.
You gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a
Puta que
minute.
pariu.
Okay, great.
Será que esse cara conseguiu um emprego?
This fucking line.
Será que esse cara conseguiu o emprego dele? Olha o Jack lá. Rapaziadinha da cidade.
Oh, Mr. Wolf?
Diga.
Flycatcher left his keys.
Nós podemos conversar.
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Tá certo.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you,
Colin.
Colin.
Você vai se entregar, Colin. Não faça isso, Colin. Volta pro apartamento, Colin. Tá meio no esquema. Ou se o Colin for pego e alguém ver ele, não posso defender ele não, viu? Infelizmente, eu não posso pagar de democrático e depois dar uma dessa, não. Olha o sapo indo embora.
I'm going! Jesus!
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit!
Calma, meu nobre.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around
Ah, ele
here.
virou o caminhoneiro
Morning,
da
Sheriff.
cidade.
Nice fucking day.
Você está...
Shit! Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Não queria ter lutado pelo sapo, cara.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... If you could bring it to her, she was nice.
Eu vou dizer.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle.
man.
That's a big one. They're cool.
Um
'cause
presente
when they're
estranho.
little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice.
Pelo menos essa é a parte boa da fazenda, né? Tipo, eu entendo que a pessoa não pode sair, mas...
It won't be so
Não
bad.
tem mais que se esconder
Have you
também.
been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ. Hey, Bigby! Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
Deve ter desaparecido e eu aqui sei.
How should I know?
Vou mentir. Vou mentir. Isso aqui eu vou mentir. Vou falar que tá comigo não. Vou dar uma de João sem braço.
Saying goodbye?
Nerissa! Olá, pequenas sereitas.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Eu entendo. Tu precisa
You need
deixar
to
eu...
let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own.
Certo.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
Digue.
I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily
Eu
together.
lembro dessa foto.
The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Apenas me diga.
Nerissa, just tell me what happened.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I
É o quê, bicho?
told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Já não tinha misericórdia?
Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God.
Dá-lhe cigarrete.
Here.
Thank you.
Toca na mão dela. Aqui nesse jogo eu sou distribuidor de cigarro.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth?
É, o que aconteceu
It was
foi
true
melhor,
enough.
não há como voltar atrás. Bom, não há como voltar atrás, foi o que aconteceu foi melhor.
I guess it worked out in the end.
Foi melhor.
I can't hold that against you.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after...
Cheguei chegando, boa tarde, estilhos.
That night, after
Chegando no
Faith,
finalzinho, mano.
I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do.
O que é que você fez?
I
Como é que você tá, mano? Tudo bom?
I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
Hã?
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them...
Why would you do that?
I couldn't think of any other way to get your attention.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that.
Putz, mano.
When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way.
Não sei não,
We just
viu?
fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
Sinto muito que você tenha que fazer aquilo.
I'm sorry, Narissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there.
Quem é feliz pra sempre é bom no joguinho de
Put
conta,
my
viu?
life on the
Pense.
line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still
Eu
the
continuo
bad
sendo o
guy.
cara mal.
I know, but they'll come around. You'll see. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man,
Espero que tenha feito a
it was
coisa
you.
certa.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Uma vídeo
You're
Priscila
not as
passou.
bad as everyone says you are.
Foi o que a Faith me disse no primeiro episódio. Ela passou assim, aqui em cima.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom. They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Deixa ela ir atrás dela. Calma.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Cacete. A Faith não morreu, gente. Não era a Faith. Era a Nerissa o tempo todo, mano. Carai, véi. Beleza, vamos lá, calma. Vamos ver as escolhas aqui. O que você fez com o George, né? 68,6% dos jogadores mataram o George. O cara ia morrer. De qualquer maneira, você deu ao Homem Torto a chance de um julgamento. 89,6% dos jogadores trouxeram o Homem Torto de volta com vida pra ser julgado. O que assim, cara, esses 10% aí, que não 11%, né? Que não quiseram trazer ele pro julgamento, eles são malucos, né? Eles são justiceiros, não são xerifes. É óbvio, cara, eu sou um xerife, meu trabalho era trazer o cara pra justiça. Independente do cara ser culpado ou não, ele tem que ser julgado, né? Então, pra mim, eu fui bem certo referente a isso. Eu nem lutei muito ali, como vocês viram na hora que ele ficou lá, todo tortão pra cima de mim, ó, ficou tortão, entenderam? Pra cima de mim falando, me leva com vida aí, senão eu vou lhe matar, viu? Senão, eu nem lutei muito contra ele assim nesse argumento, porque eu queria levar ele vivo de fato, né? Eu dei o socão pra ele ficar esperto. Vou tomar baleia já volto, beleza, MTZ? Entendeu, mano? Ó, como você puniu, né? Como você aplicou ali a sentença no homem torto. 14% dos jogadores cortaram a cabeça dele fora. Aqui eu exagerei. Aqui eu confesso que eu fiz pelo entretenimento, pelas questões cinematográficas, porque eu poderia só ter jogado ele no poço e cumprido ali né, feito do jeito oficial, né? Eu achei que assim seria mais bonito. Só que assim, bicho, pelo que eu entendi, quando você cai no poço, você meio que morre de qualquer jeito, né? Então, eu só optei, né, porque ele morresse de uma maneira mais justa, né? No sentido da assim, ele matou as meninas de certo modo. Que foi ele? O pessoal ficou falando aí depois, a Nerissa e o pessoal lá da cidade, o próprio homem todo ficou falando que, mas é porque eu não mandei, ele que entendeu errado. Mandou. De certo modo ele mandou. Então assim, se acabou em pessoas sem cabeça, então nada mais justo, né, que ele ter o fim dele também sem cabeça. Não me arrependo disso aqui, tá? Eu sou a minoria, provavelmente. Mas eu sou a minoria com muito orgulho. Você aceitou pra gente do TJ? Você, 98% dos jogadores decidiram aceitar o presente do TJ, né? Que ele vai entregar o presente dele pra Branca de Neve. Cara, meu amigo, esses 2% que não aceitaram, parabéns, viu? Vocês são mais monstros. Cara. Até caiu o fone aqui, mano. Paz, você não aceitar o presente do TJ, cara, mas você é um monstro, cara. O TJ não fez nada com ninguém o jogo inteiro, um maluco super gente fina. Quem é que faria um negócio desse, velho? Quais foram as suas últimas palavras pra Nerissa, né? Você, 58,8 jogadores disseram, espero que eu tenha feito algo bom aqui. Ficou a maioria, eu acho, né? Eu esqueci quais as outras opções. Eu queria muito que esse jogo tivesse realmente essa porcentagem de mostrar o que os outros jogadores escolheram, que nem o Life Strange faz, cara. Que desgraça. Eu queria ver. Essa aqui, eu queria ver a porcentagem, o pessoal falou no final. Mas tudo bem, tudo bem. Agora sim eu poderia perguntar a discussão, né? Agora sim faz sentido essa tela. Finalmente. Estatísticas especiais. Fera, você mentiu pra ele sobre ter visto a Bella do lado de fora do apartamento. Legal. Bella, você não aceitou guardar os segredos. Colin, você lhe deu um drink quando ele pediu um em seu apartamento. Você ajudou ele a escapar da fazenda. De fato, ele não foi pra fazenda. Aqui eu livrei meu amigo. Né? Porque ele é meu amigão, cara. Eu quebrei a casa dele na história, né, da fábula. Lembra que o lobo sopra a casa dos porquinhos? Aqui eu tenho uma dívida eterna com ele, por isso que eu não mandei ele. Crane, você bateu nele. Homem morto. Opa, agora é homem morto, né? Você o levou de volta para o 21 você cortou a cabeça dele fora. Bem feito. Era pra ter picado ele. Era pra ter feito muito mais que isso. Você escolheu bater na cabeça dele com uma garrafa de interrogatório. Escolhi mesmo. A Faith morreu, mano. Será que é pra ela ficar viva? Mas se bem que, né, esse final aí ficou meio dúbio. Né? A gente sabe que a Faith não morreu. Você lhe deu dinheiro depois da briga com o lenhador. Pois é, mano. George morreu, você quebrou a boate dele, você pegou o dinheiro do George do cofre. Ainda bem que isso aqui não deu em nada, né? Ninguém lembrou dele, alguém roubou o dinheiro do caixa, não sei o que. Graças a Deus, mano. Graças a Deus que ninguém lembrou disso aí. Tigre, você queimou a árvore dela, isso aqui eu deveria ter pensado no melhor. Isso aqui foi meu paesa mesmo. Só que assim, ela vendia os bagulho legalmente, né? Ela vendia os bagulho ilegal. É complicado. Isso aqui era complicado. Talvez eu realmente, não sei, mano, agora. Não sei, isso aqui... Acho que as duas opções estão certas aqui, sabe? Eu só fiz uma opção certa, mas a outra também era certa. Eu sei que não faz sentido, mas é o que eu acho. Green, você bebeu com Green antes do funeral da Lily. Nerissa, você deu um cigarro pra ela durante a sua conversa. Você apagou o dinheiro extra enquanto estava arranjando o seu encontro. Então o dinheiro servia só pra distribuir e fazer missões específicas na história, né? Então, cara, ainda bem que eu passei a mão em tudo. Graças a Deus que eu passei a mão em tudo. Branca de Neve, você levou ela com você ao Trip Trap. Você levou ela com você. Tá bom, né? Você mostrou a fotografia do Crane dela, né? Tá certo. Você prometeu trazer o mentor vivo. Promessa é dívida. Tinitim, você deixou ele pra trás. O Sapo Júnior, você aceitou o seu besouro e prometeu que iria levá-lo pra Branca de Neve. Espero que eu tenha levado, né? Você ficou ao lado dele quando a Branca de Neve quis mandá-lo para a fazenda. Pois é, mano. Eu só achei paia que o jogo não deixou argumento. Se bem que, quando eu ia falar com ela ali no final, eu acho que naquele momento era a hora em que eu ia ter a conversa com ela e ela só me cortou, né? Falou, não, depois eu resolvo. Eu vou ver e te aviso. Uma hora pra gente discutir isso. Então, assim, não sei. Era pra aquela conversa ter acontecido ali. Aí o jogo não deixou e os dois só foram mandados embora. Tudo bem. Quer dizer, pelo menos assim, essa fazenda, o pessoal fala ruim, mal dela, mas a verdade é que eu também não vi a fazenda, né? E eles não precisam se esconder lá. Ai, cacete. Alto pra caralho isso aí. Então foi isso, gente. Esse foi o The Wolf Among Us, jogaço. O melhor da Telltale pra mim. Sabe, esse jogo aqui, cara, é outro nível, mano. Isso aqui é, sabe, narrativa no seu puro suco, no seu puro creme de escolha, cara. Que jogaço. Do conceito dele, Vixe Maria, mas o jogo F. Não apareceu a telinha, mano. Perdoai-vos. Cara, do conceito dele até a história mesmo, né, cara? Os personagens, esse negócio de fábula, lenda urbana que vive no nosso mundo. E aí você vai investigando uma coisa que aconteceu lá. E, cara, isso é muito foda, cara. É uma ideia muito maneira. E pra quem não sabe, né, vai ter a continuação desse jogo aí. Até o Telltale faliu e voltou nesse meio tempo. Então esse jogo ele já tá prometido há muito tempo. Eu não sei se baseado nesse final, né, que vocês viram que o jogo fica meio aberto, né? Eu não sei se a sequência continuaria essa história ou se ela faria dasse uma pincelada em cima dela ou se ela vai ser uma outra história, uma outra parada. Não sei, não faço ideia. O que eu sei é que esse jogo aí, esse segundo, tem trailer dele até, né, um teaser pequeno. E é um jogo que já foi prometido há muito tempo. E espero poder trazer aqui também, futuramente. Vai ser um prazer jogar, cara. Um prazer imenso jogar esse jogo aqui. Ai, a você, obrigado, Telltale. Pena que vocês faliram. Vai ser um prazer jogar, né? Não apenas esse, né? Mas outros aí desse estilinho de jogo de escolha que eu gosto demais, né? Tem que jogar o Detroit também. Acho que não é da Telltale. E outros joguitos aí. Mas The Wolf, cara, jogaço. Nota 10 esse aí. Não tenho o que reclamar. Continua a história. Compre os quadrinhos hoje. É de graça. Se for de graça, eu compro. Me dá os quadrinhos aí. Me dá o keycard dos quadrinhos. Não me deu os quadrinhos. Que viado, mano. Também não vou comprar, não. Não tem mais episódio, né? Acabou. Ele não deixa mais eu seguir em frente. Deixa eu ver as conquistas aqui. Como é que ficou a minha situação aqui de platina no jogo. Vamos ver. Uma merda, né, mano? Eu sou uma negação, ó. Ainda faltou conquista básica aqui, ó. Não conseguiu 100%, né? Infelizmente. Mas aí detalhes. Deixa eu ler aqui as coisinhas que liberaram no final, né? Ficou faltando 3. Deixa eu ver isso aqui. Justiça. Quando um criminoso é capturado na cidade das fábulas, o procedimento tradicional é a realização de uma audiência formal em frente à comunidade ou partes interessadas. No entanto, as exceções são muitas vezes feitas para agilizar o processo. Na realidade, não há nenhuma regra para esse tipo de situações, né? E na medida em que as políticas são defendidas, pode depender de quem está sendo responsabilizado. Bom, no caso era o capeta, né? Eu não tive culpa se o demônio tava em julgamento aqui, né? Felizmente. Uma nova ordem. Branca de Neve responsável. Com o Crane fora do jogo, o prefeito Ray Cole nomeou oficialmente a Branca de Neve como vice-prefeito em sua ausência. Muitos diriam que esta promoção era questão de tempo, uma vez que ela era fundamental para o funcionamento da Sede das Fábulas e pessoalmente garantiu que muitas fábulas chegassem ao Novo Mundo com segurança. Ela também vem fazendo oficialmente o trabalho do vice-prefeito há anos. Ô, louco, mano. Acho que vai dar certo aí, viu, a cidade na mão dela. Xerife Big B, chama no meu quadro. Depois de fugir da terra natal, o lobo Big B passou muitos anos vagando pela Europa. Como uma colônia de fábulas se desenvolvendo rapidamente no Novo Mundo, Branca de Neve Feathertop rastrearam o lobo e ofereceram-lhe uma passagem para a Cidade das Fábulas. Ah, foi assim que eu entrei. Ele concordou que a Branca de Neve... Ele concordou, né, que a Branca de Neve o cortasse com uma faca manchada com licantropia para dar-lhe o poder de mudar a forma humana à vontade. Então ela fez muita boa pra mim, cara. Big B tornou-se xerife da Cidade das Fábulas sob a administração de King Cole, mas por causa de seu passado violento, muitas fábulas não confiavam nele e ele foi proibido de pôr os pés na fazenda. Tá explicado. Até hoje ele luta para se redimir aos olhos da comunidade. Caramba, mano. Sou temido, mas aqui, cara, às vezes é melhor ser temido que odiado. Então, mais uma vez eu aqui passando pano, justificando a minha escolha de ter decapitado o cara lá, velho. Ai, mano, mas é isso. Obrigado a todo mundo que acompanhou. Você aí que está no YouTube, quiser acompanhar aí jogos ao vivo, venha, participe aqui desse chat maravilhoso. Você aparece na live aqui, ó, nesta telinha. Desculpe, o jogo não está sendo capturado. Deixa eu ver se ele aparece agora. Deixa eu ver, aí apareceu, ó. Ó o brabão aqui, ó. Então, você que está aparecendo aqui no YouTube, você que está no YouTube, né? Você manda mensagem aí, você aparece na live aqui nesses momentos. Então, se inscreva no canal aí, dê um like no vídeo. Valeu, é nóis, obrigado por ter acompanhado. Forte abraço. Tamo junto.